Little D here, and today I am going to show you how I make Boston butt. That's right, pulled pork, one of the staples of the barbecue world. If you don't know how to make a really killer pulled pork, I mean, come on, you can't even show up and talk about barbecue. So we're gonna jump in and I'm gonna show you all of the tricks of the trade that I've learned over the years. Here, what I have is a boneless Boston butt. Now, you might want a bone in, you might want a boneless. It might be determined by what you can find. I'm going to show you and tell you today why I prefer the boneless Boston butt, and it's because you can get rub in all these nooks and crannies, and that's going to add a lot of flavor. So the first thing we need to do is let's get some rub on this butt. Over here, I've got my tub ready to go, and I've got a rub in here. Use whatever you like to use. You can see I've got some cayenne pepper in here, and I got some paprika and some salt and pepper and a bunch of other special things. If you inhale a little too quickly, you'll probably start sneezing. So the flavor profile that I'm looking for is I want something that's going to surprise you a bit. That first bite kind of gets you to go, ooh, wow, there was a little heat, and then, ooh, it's going to be sweet. So we're going to get a whole lot of that rub on here. Now that we've got that rub, I'm going to show you one of the tricks of the trade. So most people at this point think they're done. We got the rub. Let's go ahead and let that sit overnight. It'll be great tomorrow. That's true. But here's one of the secrets. We are going to inject juice into this. Now, what am I going to inject? Well, my handy dandy little meat injector, of course. Doesn't everyone have one of these hanging around the house? This is a blend, about 2/3 apple juice, 1/3 mango. You can use whatever you like. The whole point is we want to get some sugars into this meat. That's going to add a little more sweetness. Remember I said a little heat, a little sweet? So here comes the sweet. And all we're going to do is we're just going to shoot this juice all throughout here. Okay, so now we've rubbed those butts. Now we've injected that juice, those sugars inside. We're just gonna wrap it up. We're gonna put it in the fridge overnight, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Now, you don't think I'm done, do you? You might have noticed. I mean, come on, when the smoker comes out, we don't just smoke one little pulled pork butt. No, sir. We're gonna get those going too. You have a great one. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Little D out. So we are ready to put the meat on the smoker, and I got to tell you, this is when the fun starts. Now, I got the Q crew here to help me today. I got Jenna back here. She's helping on the smoker. Thanks for being here this morning, Jenna. And we've got Marissa over there. Actually, no, we don't. You know, the entire Q crew doesn't always make it up for the early morning part of the smoke. That's okay. We can get this going without her. She'll be here, well, after she wakes up. So Jenna, let's go ahead and let's get these Boston butts, this pulled pork, on the smoker. Let's go on the bottom rack for these guys. Oh, look at that. We're gonna let this smoker do its job. Oh, if you could smell what we smell right now. Hey, have fun with yours. We'll be back in 4 hours, and it's gonna be pretty exciting. Little D out. Right, we are back. It's been about 4 hours. We've got some great looking meat in there. Now you might notice that it's a little different environment than we had before. Yes, we are standing under a tent in the rain. You know, I've said for years that a good smoke is a lot like life. You work hard, you have a plan, you do your prep work, but you know, life is full of crisis, and a good smoke's always going to have a crisis. Today our crisis was the heavens opened up and it just started raining like crazy. That is okay. Doesn't everybody have a tent they use just for smoking? We sure do, and I tell you, it smells pretty darn good in here. So, it's raining, but we're gonna get the show on the road. Here's what we do now. We're gonna pull this pork shoulder, this Boston butt out. We're gonna re-inject with that same mixture of 2/3 apple juice, 1/3, fruit juice of your choice. In my case, it's mango. We're gonna wrap it and we're gonna put it back in. Jenna, let's go ahead and see what we got. Oh boy, that looks good. Look at the bark. Oh, thanks, Marissa. Oh, okay, Marissa. Let's check the temperature here. Okay, I'm looking at, oh, that's spot on, about 163, 165. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to re-inject. I've already got this ready to go. We're going to put some more moisture back inside. We're going to put some more sugars inside. And you notice I've got it in this pan. And it's in the pan because some of this moisture is going to leak out, but that's okay. It's going to be all covered up with some foil here in a minute. And it's just going to baste in that over the next 3 hours. And when we're done, we're going to get this meat to about 203 degrees. And when we pull it out, we won't even need a knife. It'll just pull apart. Okay, Marissa, let's put the foil on in the smoker. Now we give it another 2.5, 3 hours. And then the real fun starts. Then it's time to eat. Okay, Jenna, let's put this one in. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. We got 3 more to do. Little D out. Okay, it's been a while. I know you might be a little tired. You better be darn hungry because guess what? It is time to see how that Boston butt looks, the pulled pork. Now we took it out of the smoker. We put it into the cooler, let it rest for an hour. Now let's just open up and let's see. Oh, look at that bark. That is fantastic. I'm just gonna take this out. Jenna, I'm gonna let you grab that. Oh. Now you remember I told you if we did this right, we wouldn't need a knife. We would be able to just come in here with this claw and just pull it right apart. So let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Whew. Look at that bark. Look at the smoke ring in there. Whoo! Yeah. I don't know. We might have to keep this one quiet and not necessarily tell the rest of the family that it's ready to go. This looks just fantastic. See all of that? Oh, we got to try this here. Look at all of that smoke ring. You got a little bark there. Remember way back when we were prepping this last night, I told you that that was going to give us some heat and some sweet. And you see that now. That bark gives you that heat, but then the juices and the pork, they blend together, give you that sweet pork flavor. It's fantastic. Jenna, what do you think?
Very good.
Very good. I think even Georgie wants to get in the action. Sorry, girl, none for you. I hope you had as much fun today as we did. From Little D, Jenna and the Q crew, and yes, from Georgie. Have a great one. Little D out.